And I assume a man who has been at a bar that had a lot of videos that made its way around the internet, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hall. Yeah! AJ, I'd like to congratulate you.
So, hey, you brought me on much earlier than you normally do. Normally you sit and talk about soccer or something for 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, here on Overreaction Monday, we've covered all the things in the world of football that we, there was a couple big-time college games we didn't talk about. Yes. We will definitely get to at some point. Coach JB had a rough go in his Pick'em segment. Obviously, we'll talk about that on Friday. But in the NFL world, we have to talk about everything that happens. We have to, because if we don't, what type of show are we when we say, hey, we don't talk about that shit because we are an NFL show. Mm-hmm. We don't know anything about that, we're an NFL show. There was a big distraction this weekend in your hometown, the town that you live at, a bar I assume you frequent. Now, there's another angle coming out where Urban Meyer allegedly stuck his 2 fingers into the butt of a young co-ed on wearing jeans. AJ, as somebody that lives in Columbus, Ohio, the alternate angle.
Does this video show that exactly?
Yeah.
The alternate angle is damning.
I've seen them all. I know.
Urban Meyer sticks a finger gun into butthole of lady who was once seen dancing on her wearing jeans. Is this a normal thing that happens in Columbus, Ohio? Is this expected? And what happened, do you think? Have you been at that bar?
I mean, yeah, I think he was at his place, Urban Meyer's Pint House, right? It's his own restaurant. And then what he said in his press conference, a group next door wanted some pictures, so he went there, and he should have got out of there when they tried to pull him on the dance floor, right?
Yeah, the group that was next to us wanted some pictures.
What?
And then they wanted some tequila. We have the best tequila in town.
What?
And then we had some cocktails.
What?
We had some spirited conversation about the Buckeyes.
What?
And then we went to the dance floor.
What?
I shouldn't have went to the dance floor.
What?
Once you get to the dance floor, one thing becomes another thing, which ends with 2 fingers in the butthole, it appears, of a young co-ed, and this is obviously a distraction for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we tease and pease towards everybody down there. Obviously not fun, not cool, but, alcohol will do something to you every once in a while, get you feeling a little freaky out there, especially in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I'm also, no one's talking about it. I'm worried about Urban's health. I mean, people talk about his heart, but he has 2 collapsed testicles from coming in his pants so hard sticking his fingers up that girl's butt. So I just hope Urban's doing well. I know it was a tough weekend. So ice those balls down, Urban.
Ice them down.
I mean, do you think he's put it in the past? Is he past this now? Is everyone going to forget about it?
I'm sure.
No. He addressed it.
It's definitely a spank bank.
I think so. I think we're all past it, man.
Oh, boy.
And the first video came out was from an account called Uh-Oh Urban.
Yeah.
This
guy
really?
Did they make an account just for that?
I don't know. I don't know if this is a regular thing from this particular account. I stumbled upon it just this week, and I think as all of us did. And then that video got taken down. And I wondered how. What was the go about? Did they have to look at surveillance? Who was sitting at this point? We got to get this thing going. But alternate angles are now coming, and obviously Urban, and I assume his team is, his team's probably, hey, you're all right, man. You don't have to worry about us, by the way. Seems like you're probably going to have some other conversations, but let's go win some games out there, Coach. Let's go ahead and do that. But God damn. Whoa, what a moment.
Yeah,
all right, we covered it. We addressed it. We had to.
Well, but now they're in a deep dive for ass and titties on Snapchat because that is the one who put out the video of him finger banging.
The alternate angle.
The alternate angle.
Great journalist.
All right.
Wait, who's on a deep dive? You mean people on a deep dive to try to find more
Urban's
footage?
team.
I think Urban's team is probably
FBI.
Yeah.
On this thing. Oh my God, what a moment. All right, good luck, dude. That's fucking. That's gonna be hell. What he's going through right now, absolute hell.
The timing could not be any worse. Coming off that Thursday night loss, everything he stayed in town too. They said he stayed in Cincy and then drove to Columbus. That's what I think the players may have the hardest thing getting over. Like, hey, he stayed and we all flew back.
Yeah, I was about to talk about that actually because the reporter kind of told the question like. So you stuck her, and he kind of had a Yinzer accent, by the way. I don't know who it is, but it's down in Jacksonville, so I'm not 100% sure who it was. But I thought I heard a little bit of a Yinzer accent, maybe Ohio. I'm not 100% sure when he asked it. But he said, you stuck around. you know, and then
Not always stuck.
All right.
His fingies were busy.
I don't know if he planned that when he decided not to fly back with the team.
You think he's washed his fingers since that happened?
I assume he didn't, but I assume somebody else did for him quickly. But if I had to imagine what that situation is like when you go home, I couldn't even. Oh my God!
He's not welcome at his house anymore.
Well, we don't know that because he was asked this morning if he had to apologize to his family. Oh yeah, oh yeah was his answer. Oh yeah. Everybody's not happy about this whole thing, but him sticking around after that Thursday night game was mind blowing to me. Legitimately, that was mind blowing to me because I've had teammates that were like OGs who maybe if they lived in the area of the Thursday night game, they were able to stick around or whatever. But the coach, I've never seen the head coach be like, you guys fucking do whatever you got to do. There is a plane ride back home. Maybe this is the future. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be how coaches act or whatever. But it felt like that was a little bit of a eyebrow raiser to me as well. Like, okay, so this whole weekend extravaganza here in Ohio started with an interesting decision, I think, personally. You might know differently from other buildings, but the coach, I've never seen that or ever expected that, I don't think.
I haven't seen it from a coach. No, I've seen players try to do it and get turned down. I've seen sometimes where players can make it work if it's your bye week or something and you're getting the whole next week off. Like there's guys that have tried to do it. They usually the coach does not allow them and they have to take a commercial flight back the next morning. But I assumed when Urban was in Ohio, he flew back with the team, then took a private plane here, and then was taking a private back like on Sunday morning most likely if the guys had a couple of days off. That's what I assumed. I didn't know until all of this that, he stayed. So
I agree.
That's news.
And that reporter that asked the question, as soon as he asked the question, I was like, God damn, wait a minute. I've never heard that before. But I've actually seen a player, do this. And I was actually sitting like this in my seat on the team plane. I had just maybe eaten a brownie that was very large that had some things in it, And I got a tap on the shoulder that said, hey, do you want to go to insert name of place I never thought I would be invited to, somebody's house or whatever. And I was like, yeah, when are we going there? Right now, yeah. I was like, how are we doing that? And he pointed out the window and he said, you see that plane? That's blah, blah, blah's plane. We're hopping on that plane and we're flying to blah, blah, blah's house. I was like, right now? They're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll fucking go. So I get up and I literally look at a couple of my teammates I was sitting around. I'm like, see you fucking losers, dude. I'm getting on that plane over there. I was a little bit younger at this point or whatever. And I had just eaten a massive brownie. Who knows where I was headed. And we literally just walked right back off the plane. And I walked right onto the other plane and flew off. I was like, this is how we do Thursday nights? Is this thing? He was like, couldn't believe I was allowed to do this or whatever. But there was like 10 of us that just said, and that was the first time and I think the only time that had ever happened. I could have never imagined the head coach of the team being like, all right, I'm gonna be on that plane right there actually, or I'm gonna stick around here. That was alarming to me.